Hey everyone, it's Jess, your instructor, and we have Jake here again today. So we're going to go ahead and start out class in a wide-legged child's pose. And allowing yourself to come to your breath. Really grounding that energy through your forehead. Just feeling that pressure there. See if you can focus your mind on that pressure. Kind of releasing other distractions going on. And coming to that focal point. Maybe even swaying your head left to right. This kind of allows the mind to kind of shut down a little bit and become more present. On your next inhale, go ahead and walk your hands to the left side of your mat. Just gently stretching here through your right side body. Maybe you can feel some stretch through the intercostal muscles here. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and walk your hands to the right side of your mat. Stretching the left side body. And focusing in on that stretch through the intercostal muscles. And on your next inhale, go ahead and walk your hands back to the middle of the mat. And a couple more nice deep breaths here. And on your next inhale, go ahead and come up to your tabletop position. And then on your next inhale, we're going to thread the needle, lifting the right hand up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, releasing that right shoulder down to the mat. Seeing if you can feel any stretching through your upper body, maybe even a twist here through your back. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and come back up. Stretch that right hand long. And then exhale, release down to the mat. Inhaling now, go ahead and raise that left hand high. And then exhale, threading the needle on this side, releasing that shoulder down. Paying attention to how your body feels. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and come back up, stretching that left hand long. And then exhale, release down to the mat. I'm going to do rounds of cat-cow. Inhaling, drop your belly, raise your gaze and your tailbone. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, back to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. One more inhale. And exhale. And then inhale to that neutral spine. And then we're going to inhale, right leg back, left arm forward, balancing table. Breathe here, engage your core. You can extend and flex the foot here. And then exhale, release down to the mat. Inhale now, left leg back, right arm forward. Again, you can flex and extend the foot here while focusing on that strong core. And then exhale and release back down to the mat. You're going to inhale, right leg back. Exhale, round knee to nose. Inhale back. Exhale, round. Inhale back. Last one, exhale, round. Inhale back. Exhale, release to the mat. Inhaling now, left leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale back. Exhale, round. Inhale back. Last time, exhale, round. Inhale back. Exhale, release down to the mat. And now on your exhale, we'll go ahead and press back to downward facing dog. We'll go ahead here and bend your knees, and then go ahead and pedal out your legs and your feet. Just feeling a nice stretch here. Releasing your neck, and shake your head back and forth. And then on your inhale, go ahead and look to your hands. Exhale, step to meet them. Finding your ragdoll here, just allowing your head to hang nice and low. Maybe even finding a gentle sway. If you feel any pressure or stiffness in your lower back, bend your knees here. And then go ahead and drop your hands down by your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back. Shoulders come back. Extend through the spine. And then exhale and release back down. And then bend your knees, tuck your chin, inhale, roll up to rise. Exhale, press back. And then stack yourself from the ground up here, nice and strong. And then inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to set the intention here. You can set your intention for anything that you'd like. And then exhale and fold. Inhale to your halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Inhale, step back to your high plank. You can always modify with your knees down. Exhale, lower all the way down to your mat. Inhale to your baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, one more baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale to tabletop. And then exhale and press back to downward facing dog. Very nice. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, step to meet them. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up to rise. Exhale, standing mountain, nice and strong, engaging all the muscles here, bringing belly button to the spine. And then inhale, reach your arms up, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Inhale to your high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes back for three-legged dog. Exhale, step through, rising up into crescent lunge. Breathing, engaging that left knee. Nice. And then exhale, fold forward, plant your hands. Step that right foot back into your plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale and press back to downward facing dog. Inhale now, left leg back. Exhale, step through, rising up into crescent lunge. Engaging now that right knee. Nice. And then exhale, fold forward, plant your hands, step that left leg back into plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to that back bend. And exhale and press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your hands. And exhale, step to meet them. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, arms come back, lifting up through the chest, reaching up here. Exhale, sink to chair pose. Breathe. Engage that belly button to spine, lift the pelvic floor. And then exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back, high plank. Exhale, slowly lowering yourself down, chaturanga. Inhale to your back bends. And exhale, press back. Nice job. Inhaling now, right leg comes back. We're going to do some ab work here. Exhale, bend the knee to the same elbow and hold. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to the opposite elbow. Hold. Inhale back. Exhale, release back down to the mat. Inhale now, left leg back. Exhale, knee to the same elbow. Hold. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to the nose, rounding up. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to the opposite elbow. Inhale back. Exhale, release down to the mat. Inhaling now, right leg back for three-legged dog. And exhale, step through, rising to crescent lunge. Nice strong form here. Breathe. And then go ahead, bring your hands together, crescent twist, left elbow to the right knee. Breathe. Inhale, back up, crescent lunge. Hands come together. Exhale, crescent twist, left elbow to the right knee. Nice job. Inhale, back up, crescent lunge. You're going to inhale, pivot that back foot, open up, warrior two. Go ahead and engage that right knee, engage into the outside of that left foot. Nice strong arms. Tucking that tailbone in slightly. And then go ahead and flip that right palm up. As you exhale, take the right arm back, right arm forward, up. Right arm up. Nice. And then inhale back to warrior two. And then exhaling into your side angle, maybe extended side angle today, opening all the way up. Extended side angle, you're pressing the right arm against the right leg to find an extra stretch. Inhale now, left arm guides you back up. Exhale, warrior two. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame that right foot. Step back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale and press back to downward facing dog. Inhale now, left leg back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through, rising up into crescent lunge. Nice strong stance here. Feeling your body here. And then hands come together. Exhale, crescent twist, right elbow to the left knee. Breathe. And then inhale, coming back up to crescent lunge. And then hands come together. Exhale, another crescent twist, right elbow, left knee. And then inhale, come back up, crescent lunge. And on your inhale, go ahead and pivot that back foot, opening up, warrior two. Checking your stance, left knee pressing in to the outside of the right foot. Nice strong arms. Releasing any shoulder tension and tucking slightly through the tailbone here. And then go ahead, left palm comes up. And then exhale, take it back for reverse warrior. Feeling that stretch through the side. And then inhale, back up. Exhale, warrior two. And then coming into your side angle on an exhale, left arm comes down. You can come into extended side angle, keeping that left arm long. And then inhale and come back up. Exhale, warrior two. And then on your next exhale, go ahead, cartwheel your hands down to frame that left foot. Step back to your high plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. And inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, step to meet them. Just take a forward fold here. Take a few seconds of breath. And then inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rolling up to rise, inhale. And then exhale to that standing mountain. And then we're going to come into our balancing sequence. We're going to start off with tree. So running down through that right foot. And then kickstand that left foot. Nice and strong, finding that focus. And then you can start to lift that left foot if that's in your practice. Maybe even start to lift your arms. Finding your expression of tree today. Breathing into that focus. And then exhaling, go ahead and release back down. And then walk that out. And then coming into tree on the left side, starting to root down and starting to pick that right foot up if that's in your practice. And then reaching the arms up. finding that expression of tree. Breathing into that focus. And then exhaling, go ahead and release back down to your mat. And then walk that out. Nice job. So we're going to do dancer pose today. So as you start to root down through that right foot, you're going to bring your left hand to your left hip. And then go ahead and bend the left foot back. And then raise the right hand high. Nice. So now you're going to start to reach back for that left foot. And you want to come into the inside of that left foot. There you go. Perfect. This is a harder one. So we're going to come forward and you're kicking into that hand. So you're finding resistance between that foot and hand. And breathing. Nice job. And then go ahead and release back down and walk that out. Nice job. And then we're going to do that same pose on the other side. So you're going to rip down through that left foot. And your right hand comes to the right hip. Go ahead and lift that left hand high. And then bend that right knee and reach back for the inside of that foot, finding that balance, making sure to find that resistance between the hand and foot. And breathing into that focus.
Close your eyes.
Nice. Nice catch. And then go ahead and release back down and then walk that out. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and come into Warrior 3 for our next balance. So rooting down through that right foot, you're going to start to lean forward, pushing that left leg back, and arms come forward. You're trying to keep your hips square to the mat. Nice deep stretch through the leg here. Breathe. And then inhale and come back up. And then walk that out. Last balance on this side here, left side, Warrior 3. Starting to root down and then pressing the right leg back. Arms come forward. Keeping those hips squared to the mat. Nice deep stretch through that left leg. And then inhale and come back up. Walk that out. Nice job. Go ahead and come back to the front of your mat. And then inhale and reach your arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Go ahead, plant your hands, step back, high plank. We're going to hold here in high plank. Hold and breathe. And then go ahead, bring your right hand to the middle of the mat. You can always drop a knee down and lift the left hand high, coming into side plank. Now here, if you want to drop that right knee, you always can. And then go ahead, square back up to your mat, exhale. And then left hand comes to the middle, inhale, reach the right hand high. Really engaging those obliques, lifting the hips up. Breathe. And then exhale, release your hand back down, squaring up. And then coming down to your forearms, onto your forearms here, low plank. Breathe. And then exhale, release down to your mat. Nice job. We're going to work the back. So we're going to go ahead and first do baby cobra round. So we're going to inhale, feet come nice and tight together, tops of the feet into the mat, and they stay into the mat. As you inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the back. And then exhale and release down. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale. This time hold and breathe. And then exhale, release down. Come down to your right cheek onto the floor, onto the mat. You can wiggle your hips here a little bit if that feels good. We're going to come into locust pose, so arms come down to the sides. And you're going to lift your arms, your legs, and your chest off the mat at the same time. Inhale and lift up, squeezing the backside here. Breathe. And then exhale and release. Left cheek comes down to the mat. You can wiggle through the hips here a little bit, releasing any stiffness. And then here, I'm going to give you the option to either come into locust pose again or try bow pose. By bending the knees and reaching for the feet, you can come into bow. Again, you can try locust again if that's better for you. Otherwise, on your inhale, go ahead and reach those hands and feet up, extending up here. Breathe and squeeze that backside. And then exhale, release down. Right cheek comes down. You can wiggle that out. Nice job. And then hands come underneath the shoulders. You're going to press yourself up to tabletop. And then exhale and press back to wide-legged child's pose. Just take a couple breaths here after that. Recenter yourself. Come back to your breath. And check in with your body here. You can also take a water drink here if that's what you need. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and come back up to your tabletop position. And then exhale, press back to your downward facing dog. And then we're going to do a nice hip stretch here. We're going to come into pigeon pose. So inhale, right leg comes back. Exhale, bring that right knee to the right wrist. And allow that left leg to come back to find that stretch that works for you. Starting off with a nice tall spine. Finding some nice levelness through the hips here. Good. And then you can either stay here if that feels good, or you can walk yourself down and kind of ground yourself through the pose, maybe even bringing your forehead to your mat or down to your fists or a block. And just allowing yourself to feel that stretch. Seeing if you can release some of that tension with every exhale. And on your next inhale, go ahead and start to lift your chest back up, walking your hands towards your body. Coming back up to that nice tall spine. And then engaging into the left toes, And lifting the hips back, releasing the right leg back into your downward facing dog. Just taking movements here. Maybe bring your knees down to the mat and then shift back and forth through your hips here just to kind of release that pose. Some nice hip dips here. And then go ahead and exhale and press back to downward facing dog. And now on the other side, inhaling left leg back and exhaling into pigeon on this side, left knee to the left wrist. Allowing the right leg to release back, coming up nice and tall. And then either staying here or allowing yourself to walk down and grounding yourself through the pose here. And as you relax a little bit more, you might be able to release into the pose a little more, softening some of those muscles. Just coming back into your breath. Just feeling how this stretch affects your body and how your body affects your mind. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and start to walk your hands towards your body, bringing your chest up nice and tall. And then engaging into the right toes. And lifting up the hips to release that left leg back into your downward facing dog. And taking a few breaths here. Nice deep breaths in through the nose. Exhale from the mouth. Just allowing yourself to really cool down here. And then exhale, release your knees down to the mat. Go ahead, we're going to cross the ankles. And then sit back over the heels, finding your bottom to the back side of your mat. And then we're going to go ahead, legs come out long for staff pose. Finding your sit bones, finding a nice tall spine. And then inhaling and exhale, releasing down. Finding the stretch that works for you. And then inhaling, coming back up. And then bending the knees, getting the soles of the feet together for butterfly. And inhaling nice and long, and then exhale, coming down, stretching the inside of the hips here and legs. And taking a couple breaths here. And then inhaling and coming up. And then we're going to go ahead, bring the knees together. We're going to scoot up towards the front of the mat. We're going to come into boat pose. Another ab work here. We're going to nice tall spine, lifted chest. And then lifting the arms and maybe lifting the feet off of the mat, engaging the core. Allowing yourself to breathe. And keeping that spine nice and straight. And then exhale, release down. Nice job. Arms come out to the sides here. I'm going to slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. Tuck the chin. Coming down to the mat. Nice job. Go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. You can rock side to side here, finding any other movements that might feel good for your back. And then we're going to go ahead and bring the legs up a wall. Now you can support your lower back with your hands if that feels good, or with a block. And if you'd like to lift into shoulder stand here, you can see if you can lift your hips kind of high, extending those legs up. Breathe. Be sure to keep your head kind of steady in this pose. Try to relax your neck as much as possible. I'm going to take 3 more breaths here in your inversion. And then on your exhale, you can slowly lower back down, as slow as you can anyway. And then go ahead and bring your knees back into your chest. And then arms come out to a T. And then as you exhale, go ahead and lower your knees to the right side for your twist. And then you can turn your head towards that left shoulder. And just allow yourself to relax as much as you can here. Just relaxing your neck and your jaw. Relaxing through the chest and legs. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and engage your core to bring your knees back to center. And then exhale and drop your knees down to the left side, turning your head towards the right, finding multiple twists through the spine here. Relaxing your body, bringing your mind to your body and to your breath. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and engage your core to bring your knees back to center. And then plant your feet, bending your knees here. We're going to come into banana pose. So I want you to go ahead and lift your hips and bring them to the right side of your mat. And then you're going to walk your heels to the bottom left corner, keeping both hips, even that right hip, down onto the mat. And adjusting your shoulders now to the upper left. And then go ahead and lift your arms over your head. And that left hand can kind of grab the right forearm to increase that stretch through the right side body. Just a couple more nice deep breaths here. You can also hook your ankles one over the other. That feels good or helps you to stay in position a little better. And then on your next inhale, go ahead, or exhale, bring your arms down to your sides. And then go ahead and unhook your ankles here and bend your knees. Go ahead and bring your hips over now to the left side of your mat. And walk your heels to that bottom right corner. Again, keeping both hips down onto the mat. And shoulders to the upper right. Lifting the arms over your head. And this time the right hand can grab the left forearm to find that left side stretch. And you can play with hooking ankles to see if that helps to stay in position a little bit better for you. Taking a couple more breaths here. And then inhaling, coming back to center here, and then exhale, release your arms down to your sides. Go ahead and bend your knees. And bring your knees up into your chest here, exhale. And then go ahead, bring your hands to the tops of your knees. You're going to draw some circles on the ceiling with your knees. And stay connected with your breath here. So visualize that circle that you're creating. Inhale for half of the circle, and then exhale for the other half. And then go ahead, go in the opposite direction. Kind of massaging that lower back into the mat as well. And then go ahead and come back to center and squeeze everything together. Maybe bring your head up towards your knees. Just squeeze all those muscles. And then allow yourself to release completely. Relax your head down to your mat and come into your Shavasana. Just allowing yourself to release all those muscles that you just tensed up and squeezed. Just really allow yourself this time to rejuvenate after your practice. Just relaxing your face, your hands, your feet. Feeling the pressure of your body against the mat or the floor. Maybe feeling the pressure of your clothes on your skin. Or even feeling the temperature of the air around you. And then starting to bring your awareness back to your body by wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, tapping your fingers here. And then you can start to move your bigger joints here, maybe bending the knees. And then if you'd like to come onto one side in the fetal position, kind of balance yourself out before coming up. Just a couple breaths here. And then on your next inhale, you can go ahead and start to come back up to your comfortable seated position. Nice work today. Go ahead, inhale and stretch your arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. And from Jake and I, namaste.
Namaste.